All see. All right. Welcome everyone to this impromptu full moon meditation for the new wolf moon of 2025. From what I've read, this moon is in Cancer, which means that you may feel a surge of emotions. I know for myself, since I was a young girl, I've always been attracted to the energy of the moon, but I have chronic head dweller syndrome, and I never really dove into it to think about what it means. And in recent years, I've done a little bit more reading. And to show you how much more of a moon girl I've become, I found this in my healing process. I'm going to put it up for everybody to see. And I decided we had to do a meditation around it. So this is a deer hide drum that is hand painted by a woman artist out of the UK. You'll see it has the cycles of the moon with the full moon here. It's a full buck moon because it is a deer hide, and then there's the full moon. And of course it's got my favorite lavender. So I found this right after the new year, and I said to my husband, I know you got me a Christmas present, but there's one more. So this is it, and I'm gonna have it hanging in this room to have the energy with us. So we're gonna incorporate the drum. And I'm also going to play my Native American flute to start us out. And all I ask is that you do what feels good for you. If something that I say doesn't feel right, just let it go, do whatever you want. What came to mind to me today, especially around what I've read about this moon, is it's really important that we nurture ourselves, especially when emotions are flowing. And again, if you've done Yoga Nidra with me, you know that part of the emotions is that they're just messengers. We just watch and see what they are. But sometimes external events make them stronger and they're harder to deal with. So it's important that we start out with a sense that you're in a safe place. But to do that, I'm going to play the Native American flute. And as I've told people who were here earlier, I'm self-taught at this instrument. I'm not a professional, and I sometimes squeak, so I hope that doesn't detract from the experience. I picked my woodpecker Native American flute because one of my joys as I've been healing has been looking out to a black walnut, and this is actually a walnut flute, my black walnut tree behind, and watching Mr. and Mrs. Woodpecker look for food in this very cold weather. So I wanted to honor them. And we're going to start out with a kind of slow tone, and I invite you to just tune into that and focus on your breath. And then we're going to take a line from Taylor Swift. You'll hear the music change, and I may pause in between to tell you the music's changing, and I'm going to invite you to just shake it off, whether that's banging your head like a woodpecker, just don't hit your head against anything, but move. Maybe you like to do the bumblebee breath. Do whatever you want just to shake off any tension or emotion that's hanging on. So here we go. Let's see what happens. Then we're going to pick it up and get ready to shake. Now I invite you to find a comfortable position. You can be seated, you can be lying down, whatever position feels good for you at this moment. And if you've looked into the cycles of the moon and the traditional meanings, the full moon is a time where we're invited to reset intentions to prepare for a new moon where we may either reinforce intentions or create new ones. So with that in mind, and again, since there's a lot of emotions and a lot of things going on in the world, I'm going to invite you to just gently tune into your breath. And we're going to do an opening with the inhalation and an exhalation. So we're actually going to start with the exhalation, where you're going to exhale whatever no longer serves you. And then on the inhalation, I'm going to invite you to use it as a time to open up space. Maybe you breathe in gratitude, whatever resonates with you. Again, I'm saying this is very intuitive. So exhale first, and then inhale through the nose, allowing whatever positive energy or feelings of positivity may be helpful to you right now. Maybe it's just a feeling of expansiveness, being willing to accept new things as you release old. So take a few breaths. Settle into your body. And then maybe as you're breathing, just notice where the breath is directing you. As you exhale, are you exhaling what you need to release from different parts of the body? As you inhale, is that directing you into another part of the body? There's no right or wrong, just notice what it is. And as you continue to breathe, noticing any parts of the body where you may need a release, just allow the breath to focus there for a while. And then I invite you to envision a place where you find safety and ease. It could be a room in your house. Just make sure there's a window, because I want you to be able to see the full moon energy as it appears. If it's outdoors, just look around. It might be a woodland or a meadow. Maybe it's by a beach. Just notice where it is. And just notice the silence before the moon begins to rise. Again, breathe in. Notice the sights, the sounds, the smells all around you as you breathe. Continue to focus on your breath, noticing tastes, smells. If you're outdoors, feel the air on your skin. If you're indoors, just notice any light coming through the window. Wherever this safe place is for you, just take in all that is part of that experience. And as you begin to rest in this place of safety and ease, I'm going to drum. And I'm going to invite you to continue your breath. And we're going to drum silently, imagining that it is the moon rising on the horizon. As the moon rises, notice how the sky around Grandmother Moon begins to change color. Depending on where you are, you may see reflections of the moon in any surfaces that reflect the light. Notice the fullness, the color, the brightness of this big wolf moon. As the moon rises further and further up from the horizon to the middle of the sky, perhaps you feel the moon rays coming down, blessing you with their soft light, embracing you with a sense of all will be well, letting you know that these emotions, this experience, all in life moves on and passes. And this cycle of the moon will return again and again and again. Breathe in and just take in all the sensations and nourishment from the light of Grandmother Moon. And then I invite you, if you would like, if you noticed an area that needs to be released or an area that you want to welcome in more of, to frame it in the context of an intention, which could be a present tense sentence or a word. So it could be something like, I want to inhale joy, to have more joy in my life, and I want to exhale or release judgment, as an example. Pick whatever feels good for you, and just take a few breaths focusing on your intention or your word, feeling them move through you, just as the light of the moon shines on you. And as you do that, I'm going to play the flute again. Just ignore me and breathe, tune into the body, tune into your sensations. Notice how you're feeling. Look around at this place of safety and ease where you've chosen to rest, and welcome Grandmother Moon. Perhaps as you bask in her light, you begin to reflect on the year ahead. Perhaps there's things or people you wish to see. Set an intention to bring whatever is going to make your heart light be more of in this coming year. We have enough to weigh us down. Just again, set that intention to experience more, to ease the heart. And since we're focused on the heart at this point, we're going to just do a little breath practice to breathe into the heart. So I'm going to invite you to breathe in through the nose and then exhale. Normal breaths. And then if you'd like to direct a visualization, as you breathe in through the nose, I invite you to direct that breath right into the heart center, which is a little bit above the natural heart. The heart center is considered the spiritual heart, where our wishes and desires reside. Some people say it's the soul. So if you just inhale, breathing whatever you want to help fill that space in, and exhale whatever is weighing it down out through the nose. In whatever you desire, Exhale out what you no longer need. Allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm, coming back into your place of safety and ease. Take a look around and know that this place is important to you and that you can return here whenever you want or need to. Know that when emotions or thoughts get too strong to deal with, you can escape to this abode that you have created that brings you this sense of safety and ease. And then as you feel ready, I invite you to gently come back into the world, into the room where we started this meditation. But before you do, just notice how you're feeling. Perhaps taking your time to feel into the body. If you are lying down and you want to sit up, just take your time, roll over, come up to a seated position. Notice the breath, notice the air around you. Hopefully, you're noticing a sense of comfort and ease. And with that, may the moon's light bring you many blessings in the coming month ahead. And I'm going to pause recording now.